Hello and welcome back to a new Rage Gaming video. My name is Hollow and this time we're going to destroy all humans. Wait, no, that's next week. This week we're talking about the video game Destroy All Humans. The original action-adventure game released over 15 years ago now. It was a sort of cult classic in which you terrorize the weak humans as an evil alien called Crypto. Nothing better than some DNA harvesting with a wide array of alien weapons, psychic magic, and that very chaotic nature in the mass destruction that you would do. Both Rage and myself had a lot of fun playing that original game as kids, but now, 15 years later, this quote, faithful remake is attempting to bring back that experience for a new generation of wannabe aliens. So the question is, should you give it a try?
Our destination, the planet Earth.
Let's start with the story and setting to give you an idea of what the hell is happening in this game. The game is set during the 1950s with that post-World War II American aesthetic baked into everything. And as we're pushed into this open world chaos sim, things get silly very quickly. We play as Cryptosporidium 137, or thank God, just Crypto for short, an alien clone who's searching for its predecessor, Crypto 136, who crash landed into Earth some time ago. While we're looking for this missing alien, we'll try to recover alien technology and also harvest some of that sweet DNA from humans. For the Furon DNA that was implanted in the population millennia ago by these same aliens. The game's set across 6 main regions in a sort of mini open world setting. Inside of these regions we'll find lots of missions and story to progress, lots of side quests, lots of mini games like abduction and general destruction of the area. Each of the regions is pretty diverse in its style and the types of people that you find in them, but it can be a little sparse and empty in places for sure. So how's that gameplay? The majority of the time we'll be playing on the ground, using an arsenal of alien weapons and abilities to blast or smash the humans. There's the Death Ray that bounces electric shocks between targets, or the Disintegrator to set foes on fire, or well, you know, disintegrate them into dust. The weapons themselves can be upgraded just like your ship and abilities too. For the abilities we have things like telekinesis, which lets us lift up objects, animals, people and fling them around into each other or off into the distance, which is always very satisfying, like using the Force in a Star Wars game. Then there's the probe weapon, which is pretty self-explanatory. It does what you think it does.
Come quick! Where's the gas? Oh, stop going!
We get to move around the world with basic movement or the jetpack, or later on get access to a sort of hoverboard mechanic. It's all generally smooth and satisfying to control Crypto. And not only can we take part in this mass scale combat, we can also disguise ourselves as different humans to get into restricted areas or manipulate humans to various ends. It's a stealth mechanic that's a little shallow but gets the job done. Or instead we can jump in our spaceship and get some real destruction going, where we absolutely blast everything in the area to pieces. The scale of the destruction when you're in the ship goes way up, swapping from that on the ground moment to moment fighting to, well, rather mass destruction with the ability to break every structure you see. The enemies we fight in the game are always pretty straightforward and simple in their mechanics. The AI is very straightforward, easy to manage and not really all that challenging. It's just kind of the point of the game, right? You're an alien invading with tech and powers far beyond the capacity of the puny humans.
Why, it's a localized meat! Good work, Crypto!
One thing I can't not talk about in this video though is definitely the quality of this remaster. It runs perfectly, it looks fantastic, and it feels very solid to play, and it's very faithful to the original game with the same comedy and vibe of the early 2000s. Visually, it stands out, the colours and the detail is absolutely spot on. There's that cartoony look to all the humans, and even the subtle colours that spark across Crypto's head when he's using a psychic ability. It's really nice. On the other hand though, they've used all the original voices rather than recast or even updated the old, which has some good and bad aspects to it. Generally though, they've smashed it in terms of a faithful remaster, which is exactly what they were going for and probably exactly what an old fan would like to see. So the original game brought to 2020 in a respectable way. So should you play it? Is it any good? I'll be honest with you, this is a top tier remaster of an originally alright game. It's fun and silly, and I loved it as a kid. The simple fun of the destruction, the various environments we play in are great, the weapons, the abilities, it's all great. Solid, mindless fun. But the moment that you do take it seriously and like pay attention, things can get a little old. The humor is super crude and off, which is kind of expected, right? We're playing an intentionally offensive game from 15 years ago. The game itself even warns you about this from the start, saying that though this experience is upgraded, the content is an almost identical clone in this remaster. The story and gameplay itself may be shocking to the modern human brain. They know that there's obviously a cost to not updating the story and making this more of a remake than a remaster. They chose to keep to the original at any cost, and I actually think that's respectable. It's just story and comedy and certain aspects of the gameplay are dated because of it. In the end though, I think if you loved the original, you're definitely going to get a kick out of this remaster, and it's very well done to say the least. Just a bit dated in that story and humor, so new players might not get it. If you love the aesthetic, the concept, and the dumb fun that you're not taking too seriously of an alien invasion with mass destruction, it's definitely worth the $30 price tag. But obviously we're not looking at a masterpiece, this is just some dumb fun. What do you think of Destroy All Humans? I actually want to know, is this something you loved originally, like you played the game originally, you knew about it, or are you seeing this for the first time? Either way, thank you very much for watching. I've been Hollow, you've been you, and I'll see you next time.